I went in 2017 on my own, joined with 3 Aussie guys as well, and we mountain biked around the Annapurna circuit, and I just fell in love with Nepal, with Kathmandu, with the people, with the mountain. Then I went and reached out again to the same guide and said, look, I actually want to do something higher or tougher, just to challenge myself mentally and physically. And it was for that reason that I decided to do the 3 passes. That first pass I found quite tough. I started feeling probably a little bit unwell after that first pass, but it was no different to how I'd feel in like an ultramarathon. It was after that second pass, my guide was already noticing some effects of the altitude sickness. He actually just dialed straight in and he went, I don't think this is right for you. I don't think that third pass is right for you at this stage. So he recognized the situation and then we made our way down. But at that stage, things had already started getting a lot worse and my body was just shutting down. Not only was I sort of puking and there was sort of constant diarrhea, not only at that level, but subsequently as I was moving down, I was still experiencing those symptoms. After the event, I actually had some data come back to me that my oxygen level was at 70%, which is actually at a really, really critical stage. We finished at Namche Bazaar, and it was from there that we were sort of having further conversations around how I get off the mountain. And at the time, the owner of the tea house offered to get me on a helicopter and presented me with a price in US dollars. In my weakened state, I was still frugal, and I went, yeah, I'm not doing that, I'm gonna walk. And within half an hour, I went, hang on, I've actually got travel insurance. Once I landed, I walked 5 meters into an ambulance, I lay down, I drove to the hospital, I walked another 10 feet into the hospital. They then put me on a bed, did some tests, and subsequently went into a private room for a further 3 days on a drip. This was all done remotely in Kathmandu. That just shows not only the seamlessness, but how effective and how important Allianz travel insurance is, because I had nothing in me and they did it all for me. So while I was in the hospital, someone from Allianz actually called asking how I was. I was blown away. I actually thought it was a prank call at first. I had nothing. I had a drip in my arm, I couldn't move. And here's someone from Allianz phoning saying, you know, how are you doing? It was, you can't get better service than that, man. I came back to New Zealand and I pretty much spent just over 2 weeks in bed, sort of getting over the altitude sickness and also the travel. I've now cancelled some of the races that I was going to do, and it's just on those medical grounds that I want to make sure that I'm actually medically fit to be able to do these things and not do them for the sake of a medal or some you know, sort of high fives or anything like that. I just need to make sure that, you know, like the heart rate and just my general well-being is back on track. I will go back to Kathmandu because I want to finish my journey with Kathmandu in a positive way, and I know I can. It's such a beautiful place that I do need to go back and just say thank you to some of the people that looked after me. Talking about Allianz travel insurance and I guess the benefits that they allowed me on this trip, in this case, the significant cost to not only get you off the mountain, but there's hospital, there's ambulance, there's the medical care. I don't have an exact figure, but I would not want to see that figure. Allianz travel insurance is gold level insurance. I'm saying that because I've actually lived and breathed the full range of services. It is gold level. I wouldn't go anywhere else.